Barbecue season is fastly approaching. My question is, a cut of meat ever worth $1,000? Let's think about it. Now, I'm not Mr. Gordon Ramsay, Mr. Expert Meat Connoisseur, Mr. King Kong Barbecue, Mr. Souffle Golden Tongs of all barbecues. But I know a little bit about nice cuts of slabs of meat. You could tell cheap meat versus meat that's, more expensive, been taken care of a little better, whether it's the seasoning, how they store it, not the freezer burn steak you just lay out on the counter and just let it do what it do, and you put your little seasonings on and you slap it on a grill. No, there's different techniques out there. For one, I'm very interested in learning all about it, because let me tell you something. Steaks, brisket, count me in. That is my cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to check this video out right. Wait a minute. Give me a little minutes. We're going to get it right. So we all going to be meat experts today. Let me see. We get back to the... There we go. Let's see what he's talking about.
$100 versus $1,000 brisket. The $50 is a regular USDA choice grade brisket, seasoned with salt and pepper, then onto the smoker for 12 hours until that bark was barking. Now this might be the cheapest, but there's a reason the choice briskets are the king of backyard barbecue. Next is the $300 Australian Wagyu brisket. Significantly more marbling with a more deep red color, and the fat was starting to render at room temp. Treated it the exact same way, and half a day later, the bark looked even better than the first. Even more juicy.
Man, that's the part I can never get. The like what you call the searing side, the outside kind of a crunchy coating almost, but the inside, you look at it, it's all nice and juicy and stuff like that. Oh, any vegetarians or vegans out there, this video is not for you, so kindly step to the side. As a matter of fact, y'all can cross the street, because over here, us steak eaters, meat eaters, we talking. But yeah, I can never sometimes master that part of it. I mean, on the way he displayed it, you look at it and be like, man, it look kind of burnt. But then when you take a bite into it, man, I'm thinking about getting me a smoker though. 'Cause I like how them smokers, how the meat come out. Because when you cook meat on a barbecue grill with charcoal versus a gas grill versus a smoker, in each situation the meat tastes different. BBQ knowledge, you know what I'm saying? But that's pretty good though. It ain't bleeding.
And an almost sweet richness and flavor that you only get
from
Wagyu. Oh yeah. But this one is a whole different level. At $1,000, the Wagyu A5...
Man, that looked like half a cow right there. Just chop it up. Just make me want to go to somebody's farm and just start biting animals.
Brisket marbling is out of control and deserves special treatment. Pulled at 130 Fahrenheit internal and into a bag to sous vide for 72 hours at 133 Fahrenheit with the goal of getting it rendered and tender while still medium rare. Then sliced it up into
yeah, that's a little too pink for me.
Burnt ends to caramelize. It had the chew of a medium rare steak and insanely juicy.
Okay.
Wow. But questionable if any piece of meat deserves that price tag.
Okay, maybe I spoke too soon. I'm learning. I'm still learning. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get the Gordon Ramsay skills. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it looks decent.
50 versus 300 versus 1,000.
50 versus 300 versus 1,000. $1,000 for a cut of meat. I don't know if I'm willing to say that any meat is worth that. I'm sure I would have to taste it. I mean, I don't know. I've never had, what you would consider like so much of a premium cut of meat that you got to pay $300 to $1,000 for. You show me that meat, and I need some proof. I need to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Now, if that's what they serve in that Capitol Grill and stuff like that, then okay, I need the recipe. I need to learn how they cook the meat. I mean, it might taste good, but I don't know if it's $1,000 good. If I'm wrong, I mean, tell me something. Get down in the comment section. Where do y'all go in y'all city where you could see paying $1,000 for a cut of meat? And do you know how to cook it to get the whole $1,000 taste out of that joint? You know what I'm saying? Can you make the meat? Can you cook it at the crib and it tastes like it's worth $1,000? Does it taste like the kind of meat that you go to a steakhouse and they be like, okay, you got to get in line. You get to the front of the line, $2,000. Then you got to get to the back of the line again. You get to the front of the line. They think about letting you in. Then when you get in, the cut of meat is $3,000. And it's the size of a hamburger. That type of cut of meat. Where do they sell this type of meat? The type of meat that make you think you in heaven. Like you in front of the pearly gates visiting Like, you're not deceased yet, you're just visiting. Then after it digests and goes through your system, you're back to reality. You're back down here on planet Earth. That type of meat, where they sell that at? And I need some kind of way. Hey, show me that this cut of meat is worth $1,000. I haven't had it yet, so I'm not even going to front. I'm not going to get on here and talk to y'all like, oh yeah, I done had all the best cuts of meat from the highest mountain peaks of the planet. Animals that is ciphered from, just it's like they're, they were dropped down by a UFO, and it's just so extravagant. You take a bite out of it, you hear angels singing, you hear the harps going, that type of meat. Where they sell that at? Does anybody know? Can you help me out with that? Barbecue season lasts longer down here in Texas than a lot of places around the country. I don't know what the weather is in Chicago. It might be barbecue season in the Chi-Town right now, for all I know. You know what I'm saying? Kind of ironic. They want to get warm early all of a sudden after I moved. Now, what happened to the snow in March, in April, in May? Damn. Anyway, we are in barbecue season, so I want to hear about slabs of meat. What y'all throwing on the grill? You know what I'm saying? What's going on the grill? What kind of cuts? Do you have a smoker? What's your best way of prepping? What do you do? You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it. Fellas, come to the John Wick table, the high table, so we can talk about these different cuts of meat. Where is paying $1,000 a cut? Is it worth it? And where do they do that at? What kind of farm do they grow $1,000 cuts of meat at? Are they raising these cows to sit at the table drinking cups of tea with their hood, parts of their hood up in the air like it's a pinky? Sipping on tea? Are these the type of cows that produce this type of beef, this type of meat is worth $1,000? If it is, where's this farm at? Because I want to purchase that type of cut of meat. $1,000? I mean, when he got the $300, I was like, yeah, okay, I can see that. $1,000? Man, where is this farm at? I need to go. And if I don't buy nothing, let me just look. Let me just put binoculars on and watch the cows just how they act with each other. Like, are they wearing glasses and walking around with their nose stuck up in the air? What kind of cuts of meat are we talking about? It's barbecue season, and I'm nosy as hell right now. I want to know who can help me with this. I want to know. Please, somebody tell me. Yo, this is Gen X Media 7. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share this video. That being said, this transmission is over.